Welcome to Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and Johnny Red Floyd Stadium, home of the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. And Raider fans have been clamoring to get this one started all week. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Memphis Tigers, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
On second down, he'll let it fly. The pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Wants to go up top. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
At 3rd and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time the defense played it great and the play went nowhere.
First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. First down here for the offense. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. On second down, will they go back to the ground game? Here's the handoff. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Lining up from the 34 on first down.
42 Spider.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
You know, as an offense, oftentimes you try the reverse play because you're trying to take advantage of a defense over pursuing and by a lot of defensive team speed. Didn't work right there. Great discipline by this defense.
Looking downfield, it's Balkinson. He's got his man across the middle. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He got it. He's down at the one, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
The offense knocking on the door, 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that pass picked off. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long, they dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
And the sudden change magnified for this defense as its first one. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, MTSU! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And he made the extra point without problem. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. He gets it out fast. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water bugs, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Whew, boy, this freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he zing that thing in there?
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And on that third down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up fourth.
Memphis will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went...
Oh, look out! And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
You see so many offenses these days just throw swing routes to the running back. That's the extension of the run game. Well, that's the play that's the extension of. It's the toss. And when he gets outside, watch out. He can dial up home runs.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So he gets stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now on this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat-and-mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
Give to the running back. Jumped on top of the pile.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on second in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up third and short.
Memphis, 0.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. They'll try to get the first through the air. A strike downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
To the air, it's Balkinson. He's got it. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now. If they keep this up, this could get ugly by the 4th quarter.
This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
Wide receiver shows motion. A 1st down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Blue Raiders. they man as they extend this lead here in Week 5.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Arkansas State is in front. They've responded well to all the off-the-field chatter this week, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 7 over Iowa. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quick.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his progression.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Snagged in the middle. It's Crowell. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Well, they execute the end route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Reads it, fires complete. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. So a drive there of 82 yards. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. They've got it down to a 2-touchdown deficit, trailing by 14 and about to kick it away. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Got his man in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the...
He's looking deep. And he makes the catch inside the 15. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. A great catch and run for 6. The AT unit on the field. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
He tries to take the top off. Picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The give to the back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. The running back has it. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Goes to the option. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
You know when you face this team, you better be ready for quarterback runs. And the defense was definitely ready for... Offense has to do a good job of understanding how can I take advantage of this defense being aggressive, coming after my quarterback. Now, how can I use that to my advantage and maybe create some big plays for some other guys?
And the returner will be dragged down. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive.
He's taking the shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The defense is going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. Now Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute, throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. To the ground with the back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. And it's right down the boulevard. Hold on just a second. A flag down. Let's see what's up with that. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll start the return inside his 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. All teed up and ready to go here in the 2nd half. Out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Off play action on 1st down. On the move to his left. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
2nd down after that incompletion. Leaves it with the back. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead, and now when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed, so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions. It is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
After the incompletion, looking at 2nd down.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, it's Balkinson. Floats it out in space. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Finds his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on 3rd down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a 3rd down like that, that is just a gut punch.
That's the 20. He's got space. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage total.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
On second down, looking again to throw. Pressure coming. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
A loss of 2 yards on the play. Third down coming up.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead's extended a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Arkansas State is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Jonesboro for some time. They're up by 21 over Iowa. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. He's got the back in the middle. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
That's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it and make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And they may have caught the defense napping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that third down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football on these third down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Trying to get to him. Got it set up on the outside. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel you.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Between the uprights, it's good.
That makes the score Middle Tennessee 34, Memphis 10.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
You just got to be better in the red zone this time around. They get down close to the goal line. You need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Got it in the middle. It's Stoneburner. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Balkinson. He's got him this time. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Offense breaks the huddle, it's 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He makes a catch. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give him a 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Middle Tennessee 34, Memphis 10.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Power football with the run. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football. With the lead late in the game, we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds, we're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. They go to the ground. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
At the 23-yard line. Now, a fourth down.
And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Good right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this DB.
Short fields make successful offenses, just what they want here. They'll give it to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Back to the ground with the running back. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late. And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
This field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. This quarterback part of their running game. Got the first down, looking for more. He's finally brought down, but that freshman found some running room.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job.
Spins away from one. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
They'll throw it on first down. Firing toward the end zone. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. On the option. Now the pitch. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Quarterback's just going to take a knee.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
Well, you don't see this very often. So much for fighting until the bitter end as they'll take the unvictory formation. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate